Hi, I'm Vaughn Williams, and today I'm going to look at the psychological theories lying behind the camper. Camping has, and always will be, a controversial topic in TLOU, with some players claiming that it's a vital part of a stealth game, and others saying it's a cheap tactic which negates gun skills. Camping, however, is a very effective strategy for protecting a lead or remaining hidden when overwhelmed by superior numbers. It's something that all players will have done at some stage in their TLOU career, and has also been championed by military strategy. Both guerrilla warfare, such as from the Viet Cong, and military tech, such as the art of war, espouse the view of holding tactically important positions. Indeed, one of the earliest and most celebrated battles in human history, the Battle of Troy, was a 10-year-long campfest decided by a body shot from a bow. However, the playstyle of someone who camps from the start of a match has always been a bit of a mystery to me, especially someone with a high level. So I decided to look at what theories would explain the psychology behind it. Unfortunately, there weren't any, so I've had to create one. I started by obviously looking at predator behaviour, but don't worry, there won't be any cuddly animals dying. This is a pod of orcas, bro-rushing a seal to dislodge it from its camping spot. Here they generate a wave to dislodge the seal, but perhaps the most startling thing about this clip is the killer whales don't eat the seal here, but are actually training their calves how to hunt, so no one's stealing executions. This leads us to two types of predator behaviour which I feel have the most crossover with TLOU: ambush and pursuit. Pursuit predator, such as a tiger or leopard, manoeuvres itself into a position where it can use its speed and ferocity to overwhelm its prey. They are most effective in close quarters and rely on pace and agility, as this skydiving leopard shows. However, things don't always work out for the pursuit predator. An ambush predator is nature's very own camper and relies on camouflage and disguise to snare its prey. Great examples of these are trapdoor spiders, which build their own little camping hole and pop out of cover to grab prey. This is nature's biggest covert 3 box camper, the giant Pacific octopus, and its beautiful camouflage system in full effect. Extraordinary. And this is an antlion, which builds an inescapable trap for its prey to fall into, which may seem familiar as it's the inspiration for what I think is called the Sarlacc from Star Wars. I don't know much about Star Wars, but according to this comment from a video I helped with, I'm in it, which is brilliant. So, in terms of TLOU, we can see some crossover. A Covert 3 silenced tactical box camper is an ambush predator, patiently waiting to use their highly skilled gun when the opposition are faffing about at the boxes or other high-traffic areas. The shorty dancer, burst rifle user, or 4-point shotgun fiend are the pursuit predators, only really effective over shorter distances, but with devastating attacks. Now, these strategies can be combined or used separately by the same player over the course of a match. But the crucial difference between nature's predators and TLOU's players is that we have a choice on how we approach a situation. The preference for how we approach is best explained by Gray's biopsychological theory of personality. This is a very well regarded theory which claims that there are 2 biological mechanisms which guide certain behaviours in humans. The systems are separate and activate different areas of the brain, so we are more likely to be more sensitive to one over the other. The 2 systems are the behavioural inhibition system, the BIS, and the behavioural activation system, the BAS. The BIS is a system which is sensitive to punishment and is proposed as the causal basis of anxiety. Someone sensitive to their BIS avoids situations concerning punishment and frustration. The Baz is essentially the opposite, where it's sensitive to reward. This differs it from the Biz, as we learn better by reward and seek novelty and exciting situations. So, we can see from this that some people are biologically inclined to camp. Those high in Biz are likely to use an avoidance approach, where they will minimise risk and avoid situations where the chances of them failing are, say, less than 70%. Those more sensitive to Baz are more likely to be impulsive and see opponents as an opportunity to show skill as opposed to a threat. So players more sensitive to punishment are more likely to camp as a default strategy. Now, the debate surrounding campers and run and gunners is likely based on these systems, as those high in Baz seek novelty and frantic action, whereas those higher in Biz seek to minimise these potentially punishing situations. These two mindsets are in direct contrast with each other, as they minimise the aspects of the game one playstyle is rewarding, but amplify the punishments felt so keenly by the others. This can lead to rage quits, as it's just not fun to play against the polar opposite of a playstyle we favour. We can also incorporate Damasio's somatic marker theory into this. The somatic marker theory tries to explain decision-making and emotional responses as actions of physiological responses. The theory is that a repeated stimulus, such as being rushed or shivved, becomes associated with the physiological responses they generate, such as an increased heart rate, and these somatic markers influence or bias the decision-making process. So, if you're constantly being shot in the back with a silenced weapon, or dealing with a rushing burst rifle or shorty user, the physiological effects of this frustrating situation become associated with the act. This begins to bias the decision-making process, as the emotional distress being caused leads us to look for a route out. Hence, the rage quit. So, rage quitting and camping are probably rooted in our biology. So, thank you for watching, and more importantly, thank you for playing.